Now we speak about the Turkish elections and look back at the results that have come through, with the ruling party losing its majority in the elections. We join on the line by Aylin Kocaman. Aylin is a presenter on A9 TV, writes on the Middle East, Ashraq al-Aswat, Habr al-Hilal. She speaks us live from Istanbul. Aylin, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Aylin,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. We appreciate you taking out the time to chat to us and give us your thoughts on the elections as we look back and analyze how things have unfolded. First and foremost, Aylin, was the Turkish elections free and fair?
Yes, it's free elections. In general, they want to change the system. The Turkish people, for the first time, wanted to change the system for 13 years, and they did that by giving so many votes to the HDP party, the new party. And right now, we face to face with the new coalition term.
Give us the rundown of the main results.
Hello.
Okay. Can you take us through the main results?
According to these results, AK Party gained 258 seats, which is not the majority for establishing a parliament. It's below the threshold of 276 seats. And that is why we are going to a new era. We are going to a new coalition era after 13 years. And the new generation in Turkey has never seen coalition government before. Young people who voted for the first time this year were only 7 years old when AK Party came into power. And when we look back, the coalition governments have not been so stable in Turkish history. So we only saw the stable governments for the first time with the AK Party. So a new coalition term is such a very new thing for us after 13 years. We will see what will happen.
Was it a shock for Erdogan's party, the results?
Actually, it shouldn't be a shock at all, because it is apparent. If we call it as a failure, then there are two main reasons for this failure. It says that it's coming. The first one is the demand of the presidential system, which has been on the agenda of Mr. Erdogan for some time. He wants Turkey to leave parliamentary system and go into American-style presidential system. He talked about too much, and that created a great distress within Turkish people. Turkish people said that openly. And because this presidential system rhetoric, they not vote it to the AK Party. Because the presidential system means federation, and Turkey is a country which has been fighting with PKK communist terrorist organization for some 40 years. We lost 40,000 of our soldiers on the house, and we never let our country separated. But federation means giving all the southeastern Anatolia to the PKK, and it means separation and forming a new communist state in the east. And this is a nightmare for Turkish people, especially for Kurdish people, since they have been the main targets of PKK for years. So federation, which is the inevitable result of the presidential system, was the real cause of unrest among Turkish people.
Yes, so it was on the wall, it was coming all the way. What was behind the setback for Erdogan and his party, if you have to sum it up?
Right now, I think President Erdogan was a little bit angry before that, and I think he's right, because he established a new Turkey. He doesn't want to ruin all this. He established a new system in Turkey, and that was a very stable government. That was why he acted like a party leader during this process. But he shouldn't be that angry. He needs to leave all the things to Mr. Davutoğlu. Davutoğlu is a very, very talented prime minister, and he's a very affectionate. He's very calm and peaceful. People love him. Even people who do not like AK Party love him in general. So Right now, they need to follow a new strategy because there are some options in the upcoming days. If they want to a new early elections, then the mentality needs to be changed first, and there should be something to do for this. First of all, a new strategy to eradicate PKK from the southeast must be applied. Mr. Erdogan should not act like a leader of the AK Party. And he needs to leave the campaign to Mr. Davutoğlu. And the process must be quite peaceful because people do not want to see angry faces anymore. If such changes are made, then an early election might give different results, but otherwise it will be just a waste of time and money. We will see in the upcoming days, inshallah.
Yes, so it is undoubtedly a new era that has now come on. With the pro-Kurdish party gains, was that also expected, or has that come as somewhat of a surprise?
Actually, HDP is of course a party in our democratic system, and Selahattin Demirtas, who is the leader of HDP, is a very honest person. But the problem is HDP is supported by the PKK. The members of this party are also under a great threat of PKK. This includes Mr. Demirtas. They are given orders from the PKK. They are ruled by the PKK. And people voting for this party is a kind of a reaction to AK Party and the presidential system, because they know that the presidential system is quite risky, and that's why they decided to vote for the HDP, since this is the only way for AK Party to lose parliamentary majority, and they did it. HDP passed the 10% result, and the coalition is inevitable right now. This is the real reason of people voting for HDP. But I really wish HDP wouldn't be a PKK-backed party. It's actually a very good party, defending human rights, showing modern faith, seem quite moderate. But if they were not supported by the PKK, then it would be a great gain for democracy. But after the election, Selahattin Demirtas thanked to Öcalan. People celebrate HDP victory with Öcalan posters in their hands. They are totally pro-Kurdish, pro-PKK people. This is actually quite unbelievable. They are going onto Turkish streets doing that. This was so impossible just 2 years ago. They shouldn't have such a courage. So the situation is quite risky for Turkey, maybe more than ever. Before our soldiers were out there, before our soldiers were out there and never let PKK militants to reach out to the mountains and villages. Right now they are on our streets, in our main cities. So necessary precautions need to be taken very urgently. And AK Party and HDP coalition may be the worst scenario in the upcoming days, because I cannot imagine a PKK-backed party will rule Turkey, will be a part of the government. I hope this never happens.
In terms of the refugee situation, is that still being handled very well, like how Turkey had done in the past?
Yes. As you may know, there are people coming from the Aleppo right now, and right now more than 2.5 million people came to Turkey, and new camps are being established right now. I have some friends from the refugees, and they have some worries about the new coalition government, because they do not know what will going to happen. But they can be very relaxed. People, in general, Turkish people love their guests, and we will protect them whatsoever. And I'm sure the other parties will continue to protect them as well.
ISIS on the Turkish-Syria border, something that Turkey will need to watch more closely.
Yes. This is right now we need to watch more closely, because, you know, we have open gates on the border, and many of the gates are under the control of the ISIS in Syria. Right now, Turkey needs to be more careful about this. We need to share the information with the other countries, with the Western countries, and also with America right now, because people are going into the Syria and Iraq from our borders. But of course, it is quite difficult to analyze the situation out there. In general, the Western countries need to be careful more because their borders need to be detected more, I think. But we must do whatever we can do as Turkey because the risk is very high.
With the developments in Egypt and with Morsi coming up on the death sentence to be executed and all of those developments, Erdogan was very vocal in support of Morsi. What are the politicians saying at the moment about what's going on in Egypt, and what sort of sentiments have been echoed within the political circles?
In general, death penalty is a disaster, is the very ugly face of the Middle East. It needs to be removed today immediately. And Morsi is elected president of Egypt. This shouldn't have happened in the first place. But we need to establish bonds with Egypt. It's necessary. We have been brothers and sisters for years. And we need to find a more solid solution together with Egypt. Such very angry rhetoric will not solve anything. We need to go there and talk to them and convince them to not to do this, because coups in general are the very dark history of Turkey as well, and we have been through all this. This is very dark and very unwanted things. We need to talk to them. We need to make some kind of relationship with them and solve this problem together. Turkey must be there, in my opinion. We need to talk with Sisi to get over this very bad situation, in my opinion.
Aylin,
I hope the new coalition government will realize this.
We appreciate your time chatting to us on Radio Islam, sharing with us your thoughts on various issues and also the analysis on the Turkish elections. Thank you very much for taking out the time to chat to us. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.